Okay, there we go. Thank you everyone for being here. Let me say that first off, I appreciate it. I know at times it's still crazy and people forget what day it is. If you've forgotten what day it is, you're not the first one. So I apologize, you can't see my feet. The sight line's a little short. So those of you that are new, again, if you don't even want to move your feet, if you just want to move back and forth, that's fine. Especially if you haven't taken Tai Chi before, that might be a little less stressful because the goal of Tai Chi is moving meditation. So it's get yourself into a nice relaxation. And as we say that, we're going to start that. We're going to breathe in. We're going to breathe out. Settle ourselves down. And once we're there, we'll move into gentle warm-ups. This is Tai Chi for rehab from Dr. Paul Lam out of Australia. If you want to get a video and follow along after this over, we're going to drop our head down. We're going to tilt our head away. So this is coming down. This is coming over. We're warming up, so we're not stressing ourselves. We're doing the same thing the other side. Breathing in, breathing out, pushing down. Soften your knees. Tuck your pelvis gently under. Heads gently erect. Breathing into it. Couple more each side, everybody. One more each side. Next, we're going to float our hand up. We're going to follow our hand around with our head and our eyes. Come on down. Again, warming up, loosening up our neck, not really forcing the issue, just kind of loosening everything up, warming up. The one thing I think I realized in bingo is that we are in fact backwards. So I will endeavor to say things the way I want you to move, and then I'll do it backwards. And y'all know the only one I cannot do that with is golden card. So we'll go from there. Last one, everybody. Your hands are going to float straight up. You're going to turn palm in. You're going to use that gentle chi, that resistance, to push your chin gently back. So what that's going to look like is you're going to get that head where it's comfortable. You're going to follow your hands down with your head in your eyes. You're going to come on up. You're going to tuck back in. Just kind of resetting your neck. If you've been sitting on the computer too long today, or maybe you're doing some hand work because you've got the time to actually do some embroidery or knitting, maybe you've been looking forward too much. Okay, one more, everyone. Then we're going to do gentle shoulder rolls. We're going to roll forward. Then we're going to roll up, back, and around. Oh, take a nice deep breath. Nice deep breath, everybody. I'm going to lose my hands. So we're just gathering chi. If you've got bad shoulders, this is just fine. We're gathering in the good chi. We're sinking it down to our lower down hand. If you don't believe in chi, that's okay. You're just making your arm circles, warming up your shoulders. One more, everybody. We'll form a little ball of energy, connecting the two acupuncture points in our palms. We're going to turn to the side. We're going to roll that ball over. We're going to turn to the other side. Come on back. Okay, one more each side, everybody. Actually, we started that way. One more to the other side. And then we're going to come to the middle. We're going to separate heaven and earth. So we're going to turn that ball over. We're going to push it up. We're going to push up against the sky. We're never locking out our joints, keeping everything nice and soft. I'm only bending down so you can see my upper hand is just stopping right there. So from there, separating heaven and earth, good for your temperature and your temperament. So if you're finding yourself a little short-tempered with all the new and interesting frustrations that we're all having to deal with, this is a really good exercise. And again, if your shoulders are bad, you don't have to get them that high. Just do what works for your body. I like to bend into my knees a little bit and bob on up. Just get a little bit of quad workout. But again, if your knees are horrible and that hurts, please don't do that. Okay, totally lost my count talking. One more, everybody. Okay, come on now. We'll do Buddha holds up the heavens. So again, scooping that energy out of our lower dantian, we'll restore our chi for the day. We're going to push on up. And I'm bending down so you can see my hands. We're going to come up. Nice soft joints. Never locking out. Couple more nice deep breaths, everybody. One more. We're going to move into some hip looseners, a little bit of balance. Again, if you need a chair, grab a chair. If you're in your house, grab your kitchen chair. And what's going to happen is our hands are going to float forward. As they float back, you're going to tap forward with your foot. As your hands come forward, your foot's going back. Again, keep your core engaged. Don't hyperextend your low back. So what that means is you're pulling your belly button in a little bit. Come out. If you need to stop in the middle, that's great. If your balance is horrible and you just want to visualize doing this, that's great too. You're still working the pathways of your brain. They're thinking about you having balance, being able to do this. So again, be good to yourself. One more to the back. Stop in the middle. Switch feet. Hardest thing you're going to do all day. Try to regulate it with your breathing. Breathing in one way, breathing out the other. One more to the front. One more to the back. Go and stop in the middle. We're going to float our hands up the side. We're going to pretend like we're pushing against a wall. And again, if you don't want to move your foot, you can just shift your weight. It's just fine. Push, push, push. Again, a lot of pushing against the wall. We'll do some push the mountain. Is pushing against adversities, working to overcome and get through whatever obstacles you might be having to deal with. If we started over here, we'll stop over here. Come back to the center. Another bit of balance, a little bit of loosening up your knee. Again, if you need to grab a hold of something, that's just great. What we're going to do is we're going to do cross-lateral body movements. So I'm going to punch out. And again, I think we're backwards, so I'm going to say opposite of what I'm actually doing. I'm going to punch out left, I'm going to tap out right. So punch right, tap with my left foot, and that's going to look like this from the side. Tap, back. Punching is good for releasing both appropriate and inappropriate anger. So I think I can say that most of us are frustrated by this whole situation, and we're trying to do our best to be calm and peaceful. So by releasing that anger, we're allowing more room for more positive feelings, something good to think about. Working on our cross-lateral body movement, good for connecting the two hemispheres of our brain, our corpus callosum. We're going to, again, step forward right, punch left, shift our weight. So we're just kind of checking in, seeing how our foot, ankle, knee, hip is feeling this morning. And again, if you don't feel like doing this today, that's okay. Again, kind of engaging your lower core so that you're not, hyperextending your low back. And one more, everybody. Come on back. So they do have virtual backgrounds, and I could do this in my kitchen, but the virtual backgrounds are really spotty. So that's why if you're thinking, why is she doing that in basically her office? That's why. Hands on your lower dantian, we're just going to loosen up our ankle, and we're just going to go, and again, this one I'm really going to use something for. We're going to go heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. That'll be our first one, hands on lower dantian, heel, toe, loosening up our ankle. If you can, come same thing other side. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. We're going to move back to the first foot, and we're going to go outside of heel, inside of big toe. So your foot is doing this time. So outside of heel, inside of big toe. Outside of heel, inside of big toe. Okay, other foot, everyone. Outside of heel, inside of big toe. Okay, when you're ready, come on back to a comfortable standing position. Again, recheck with your knees, check with your pelvis, tuck under, roll your shoulders down, head gently erect. We're going to do a little bit of Qigong, not part of Tai Chi for health, but Tai Chi for 45 minutes when you've never done it is really long. The first thing we do is we're going to reset our Chi, so again, breathing in, breathing out. When you're ready, you feel nice and calm. We're going to breathe in, tighten up our shoulders, breathe out, roll them down, settle them down. Couple more. Once your hands feel nice and heavy and loose, we're going to just swing side to side. So maybe lean forward a little bit, just loosening up our arms, letting them feel heavy, dropping in. A little bit of a variation for those of you that are used to me with constant bear. We're kind of shifting our way, just going back and forth, loosening up. I'm going way too fast, settle into it. Breathe in, breathe out, working with your own body's rhythm. Everybody has a different pace. When your hands feel nice and heavy, give them a nice shake. Put your hands on your lower dantian. Lower dantian is where we start you for the day. It's center of gravity, about 2 inches below your belly button, 2 inches in. So hands on your lower dantian. And we're just going to breathe and expand it. So you're doing nice abdominal breath, breathing into it, exhaling, feeling that energy compress. Breathing more energy in, compressing it down. It's kind of like defragging your computer. You're putting more information in, you're squeezing in, settling in what's important. As you feel this, I want you to think about expanding not only sideways, but front and back, up and down. Couple more. And again, if you ever feel lightheaded or like, wow, I can't breathe like that, that's okay. Go ahead and breathe at your own comfort level. Okay, one more. We're going to expand our chest. Again, this is a little bit of Qigong for immunity. So we're working on keeping ourselves safe from this whole thing. So we're expanding our chest out. We're coming back in. We're settling back down. Again, working with your breath. How about one more? Everybody breathe in, come out, back on in, settle down. Where your horse stance is with the last of our qigong. Again, so like you're on a little Mongolian pony. So you've got that pony, you're on the pony, and your hands are here. They're gonna come out here. We're gonna do figure eights with our hips. Good for your low back, good for your chi. Just very slowly. Working through. And again, if your knees are horrible, or if you're seated, great. By the way, if you're thinking, holy cow, I can't stand this long, can you let sit down? Sit on down. Again, working with this, if you want to do a little bit less, that's okay. Chi is an internal imagination of energy. So you don't have to do the physical aspect. You can visualize this, think about it, and it is just as effective. It's just different. If you're like me, you're noticing that you're turning one way better than the other. Again, just acknowledge it, move on. It's where you are today. It's all good. Back to center when you're ready. Go and settle your chi again. So today we're going to focus on Tai Chi for rehab. Also, if you look up on the internet, Dr. Len has a video on Tai Chi for immunity. It's the same program. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do it face on first. I'll turn around and do it back on. And then at the end of this, with folks that are normally with me, we're going to run through the whole thing. Those of you that are new, if you just want to watch, that's okay. If you want to pray for participate, that's great. Again, if you get confused, just stop to something else familiar, start back in, do what works for you. Because again, the goal is moving meditation, calming your mind, settling down. So if you're getting frustrated, take a break. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to start a mountain pose. Traditional Tai Chi starts kind of like this, but I figure we spend too much time with our hands up, so I have to start in mountain pose. Take a nice deep breath. We're going to pour all our weight into our right leg. We're going to step out left. Now, okay, I'm gonna go backwards because I think that's what the camera shows. Settle our heel down. Shift our weight. That decreases momentum if you're having balance issues. Our hands are going to come up. Again, it's a reminder to soften your knees, settle our joints. 3 nice deep breaths. Open my face, open my shoulders. Tai Chi started from martial arts, so you'll never really need to away from your core. So those are the first 2 things we're going to do. Step over here to backwards. So again, we'll do the exact same thing. Nice deep breath. And ready. Step on out. Settle your heel. Shift your weight. Hands come up. Nice deep breath. So there's that. Hold on a sec. I got somebody at the door. Bad timing. Let me mute myself. I can't do that without my glasses on. Hold on. I had an early patient. It's always better when the patients are early than late. Sorry about that, everybody. So, breathing. Okay, let's breathe again because, man, that stressed me out. Nice deep breath, everybody. So, and again, we're starting in mountain pose. Clearing our mind. First thing we're going to do is pour all our weight into our right leg. Step out left. Set our heel down. Shift our weight. Hands come up. 3 nice deep breaths. So there's that. Okay, everybody's got that one. That one's pretty simple. The next thing we're doing is we're gonna do waving hands and clouds. Waving hands and clouds is wax on, wax off. Again, you're kind of staying within the frame of your body with your hands. All Tai Chi movements start from your feet. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna shift all the way into our right leg. Our hands are gonna come to the right. We're gonna step out to the left. We're gonna set our heel down again, shift our weight. Hands are gonna come across the other side of our body. Up elevator, down elevator. Bring that foot in. Hands come across, up elevator, down elevator. So the waist follows the feet, the shoulders follow the waist, and the hands follow the shoulders. And your eyes, if you're not watching me, are busy watching your own hands. So you're in your own little universe. So life is good. So we're gonna do 2 sets of 3 to the left. We're gonna take another nice deep breath and we'll go down it. So let's add that on. We're gonna start here. Take a nice deep breath. When you're ready, you're gonna put all your weight into your right leg. You're gonna step out left, stay your left, shift your leg, hands come up. 3 nice deep breaths. And there's a weight to the right, step out left. Nice deep breath. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna harmonize some yin and yang hands. This one's actually also kind of nice and easy. We're just gonna set the package down. We're gonna pick up our wrist. We're gonna slide across the top of that table on a nice calm water. We're gonna swirl around. We're gonna come back up to our left shoulder. We're gonna shut the gate. The shoulder stays down. I'm gonna take a nice deep breath. We're gonna do the exact same thing on the other way. So we're gonna set down, come up, across the table on her, come on up to that right shoulder, shut the gate on the left. And that's all the moves we have in Tai Chi for recap. We'll run through the whole thing face on. I'm going to turn myself face back, because some people prefer. That's how we normally teach class, but I don't. I have a little tiny mirror back here. This is a electric fireplace, but it's not big enough for you to really be able to see what my hands are doing, what my back is trying to do. So we'll start at the beginning. Nice deep breath. Pour all your weight into your right leg. Step out left. Set your hands come up. Soft on the joints. Really nice deep breaths. Hands and weight to the right. Step out a little bit more left. Yeah. That's number 6. Nice deep breath, just one here. And again, starting out, setting the package down on the left, lifting up, coming across, going up to the left shoulder, pushing to the right. So you're going to notice again, we're kind of figure eighting on our feet. We're going to sit down to the right, lift up, come across to the left, shut the gate. Shoulders down. Nice deep breath. Hands and weight to the left. Nice deep breath 3 times. So when your hands come down, your feet come together. And that is Tai Chi for rehab. Traditional Tai Chi breathing in Dubai is Xie Xie. So I got the mirror image backwards. Xie Xie. So the right fist symbolizes your strength, and it's a soft fist. You should be able to like hold a little bird in there gently. The open palm symbolizes friendship, and the bent thumb symbolizes humility for when I have to stop and I have people at the door. That I hadn't thought about that aspect of the whole thing. My patient was just about an hour early. She goes, "Oh, I was thinking maybe I had the wrong time." So, life. So I'm going to turn around. We're going to run through that all one more time. So if we're here, we're going to start out in mountain pose. We're going to take a nice deep breath. Pour all our weight into the right. We're going to step out left, set our heel, shift our weight, hands come up, soften all your joints. 3 nice deep breaths. Hands and weight to the right. Step out a little bit more left. But you should be able to see that you're not really seeing my hands come around because I'm staying within the framework of my body, even though my feet and waist are turning. Nice deep breath, everybody. Harmonizing yin and yang hands, setting the box down to the left, picking up, coming across the top of the water, coming up to the left, opening the door to the right. Nice deep breath. Prepare for the other side. Setting down on the right, coming up, coming across. Lost my mind. I think I'm going the wrong way. Sorry, everybody. We got sideways in there. Nice deep breath. Hands and weight to the left. Step out right. Nice deep breath 3 times, everyone. So again, Tai Chi for rehab both ways. I'm going to do all of our forms that my regular class members are used to doing. We'll do one face on, we'll do one face back. I'm going to try to do it backwards, like if I lose my train of thought, I'm going to go sideways. So bear with me, please. I appreciate you all being here, if I haven't said that yet, and continuing this endeavor with the Zoom and the virtual classes with me. We're all going to start out in mountain pose. Pour all our weight into our right leg. Step out left. Set it down. Hands come up. Soften our joints. 3 nice deep breaths. Hands and weight to the right. Step out left. Setting down to the left, picking up, going across to the right, up to the corner, shut the gate. 9, nice deep breath. Setting down to the right, picking up, going across, shutting the gate. Nice deep breath. Hands and weight to the left, step out right. Nice deep breath. 3 times. Roll out the tongue. Pick up the package. Shift your weight to the right. Step out left. Nice deep breath. Push down. Nice deep breath. Single up to the right. Hands and weight back. Waving hands like clouds. So these are newbies. You got this one. Nice deep breath. Single up to the left. So we're stepping out to the corner. We're watching our back middle finger. Hands and weight back. Waving hands like clouds. Nice deep breath. First brush knee push to the left. We're going to toe in with our right foot. Shift our weight to the right. Step out left. Brush knee push. Reach out. Lay the loot. Parry. Parry. Punch. I'm way off. Sorry, everybody. Embrace the tiger. Push the mountain. Heel toe to the front. Sorry, I lost you. Nice deep breath. We're going to do the same thing outside. So we're going to windshield wipe our hands. We're going to shift our weight. Open up. Push. Reach out. Play the loot. Turn the bolster. Parry. Parry. Punch over. Good. You see better. So we're smoothing down the waters. We're coming in a circle. We're pushing against the mountain. Again, we're pushing against the obstacles in our life. Working through, trying to overcome them. Nice deep breath. The first start Tai Chi for arthritis. We're moving into Tai Chi for diabetes. Waving hands like clouds again. Nice deep breath, everyone. So fair main work shuttle. Guard your head with your left hand. Push off with your right. Step out to the corner. Nice deep breath. Same to the other side. Nice deep breath. So toe kick, and again, your foot does not have to get off the ground. Toe kick. Toe kick. Nice deep breath. Waving hands and thoughts to the right. Nice deep breath. Add some weight to the right. Step out left. Waving hands and thoughts again. Nice deep breath. So, stroking bird's tail, we're going to form a little ball of energy. Left hand and foot come in, ward off, roll back, look back, press, push. Again, opening up, push them out. We're going to heel toe to the front. Nice deep breath. This time we're going to do it on the right, so a little ball of energy, ward off, roll back, look back, bend your elbow, pierce your ear, push, open up, push them out. Heel toe to the front. Nice deep breath. Waving hands and thoughts to the right. Nice deep breath, everybody. So then we're going to move on to Tai Chi for rehab. It's the one that's a little more complex. So we're going to take a nice deep breath. We're going to harmonize yin and yang hands again, setting down to the left, picking up, sliding across to the right. This time we're going to pick up a little bit of good earth energy. We're going to bring it up. We're going to swing our arms around and push the door. Nice deep breath. Okay, I don't think I can do this one. Down across. Sorry, we gotta go the wrong way for golden card. Pick up your heels, set down, look back, turn back, start the scoop. This is our most complex move, and boy, I cannot do it backwards. I apologize. Nice deep breath. But from there, we're gonna start. We're gonna single whip out to the left, open up, hands and weight back, waving hands like clouds. Our old favorite. Nice deep breath. Covered punch to the left. All our weights in our right. We're going to slide out to the left. Lay down the tablecloth. Palms come up. Look back at that right hand. Come across. Draw the bow. Punch. Bring in your right foot. Nice deep breath. Covered punch to the right. Slide out your right leg. Again, hands come up. Palms come up. Left hand comes across. Draw the bow. punch, bringing your left leg. Nice deep breath. Waving hands and clouds to the right. So hands come to the left, step out right. Nice deep breath. Hands and weight to the right, toe out, come across, pick up, set down. Yep, I'm doing the same way both sides, I can tell. Hand and foot come forward, hand and foot come up. Nice deep breath, 3 times. Hands and weight down. Of all the moves, I'll be glad when we get back to in person, that's the one. So I'm going to turn my back. We're going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to try to do it in reverse. I'm going to mess up golden guard. It's just the way my brain works, unfortunately. I'm probably going to come out of frame a little bit more in this one. I apologize for that. Again, the sight line is I've got it a little bit longer, but I don't know it's long enough. So if I lose you, I'll be right back, I swear. So we're going to start out the exact same way. Nice deep breath. When you're ready, go and step on out. Hands come up. 3 nice deep breaths. Hands and weight to the right, step out left. Nice deep breath, everyone. Harmonizing, getting hands, setting down, picking up, coming across, shutting the gate. Nice deep breath. Set down to the right, come on up, come across, shut the gate to the left. Nice deep breath, everyone. Hands and weight to the left, step out right. Nice deep breath, everybody. From there, we're going to roll out 3 times. Roll out the drum. Pick up the package. Bring it back into yourself. Take a little step forward with the left. Represent the package. Nice deep breath. Single up to the right. Hands and weight back. Waving hands and clouds to the right. Nice deep breath. Single whip to the left. Hands and weight back. Waving hands and clouds to the left. Nice deep breath. First brush knee push to the right. Brush knee push. Reach out. Play the lute. Parry. Parry. Punch. Embrace the tiger. Push the mountain. Heel toe to the front. Nice deep breath. Okay, brush knee push to the left. I think I messed this up. I think I did them in the wrong order. Reach out. Play the lute. Parry. Parry. Punch over. Embrace the tiger. Push the mountain. Heel toe to the front. Nice deep breath. So, waving hands like clouds to the left. Nice deep breath. Fair maid work shuttle to the left. Your main work shuttle to the right. Nice deep breath. Toe kick to the left. Toe kick to the right. Nice deep breath. Waving hands like clouds to the right. Nice deep breath. Stroking bird's tail to the left, ball of energy. Ward off. Roll back. Press. Open up. Push the mountain. Heel toe to the front. Nice deep breath. Same thing other side. Ball of energy. Ward off. Roll back. Look back. Press. Open up. Push the mountain. Heel toe to the front. Nice deep breath. Hands and weight to the left. Step out right. Nice deep breath. And I'm looking at the clocks and we're out of time. Darn it. Nice deep breath for you. 2 more times. Come on now. No more golden guard. I don't know what I'm doing with it. So thankful for small mercies. Tighten everything up again. Breathing in. Breathing in. One more time. 3 nice deep breaths. One more time. Let's go ahead and ground your energy. Wrap it on your thighs. Thank you everyone for being here. I'm going to turn the music back on. If you see a buddy you want to say hi to, please feel free to do that. I would, part of Tai Chi is that sense of community, and we're having a little bit of a hard time with this right now. So this is a good opportunity for you to safely say hi to